Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Pastor Hector, and it's time for another 5 minutes of faith in our drive time devotions with my two sons and you. And today I want to talk about a little about what we're here for. You know, we tend to get so wrapped up in the little problems of our days that we forget that we're here for something greater than that. And in fact, the Bible, those of you that have like the Bible app, the verse that it sent out today, it says, "For we are God's masterpiece, and He has created us anew in Christ Jesus." Why? So we can do all the good things He planned for us long ago. So we're here to do good things. As a matter of fact, that's the real testimony. I mean, sometimes I talk to people like, it's just so hard to bring somebody to Christ. And I'm like, because your actions scream so loud that it's hard for people to hear your words. You understand? If your actions make somebody hear hate, anger, indifference, religiosity, legality, legalism, stiff-neckedness, if your actions portray all that and you say, but God is love and God is so generous, they're like, and you're supposed to be the reflection of God and I don't see it in you. You understand? Here's what's really cool is that God not only wants us to do good works, but He gives us a whole series of promises saying, look, don't just do it. I will give you blessings. For instance, way back in the book of Deuteronomy, okay, there's a situation where God said, look, every 7 years, if somebody owes you something and they tell you, look, I can't pay you back, just let it go. And so the people would know that. And so once they started getting close to the 7th year, if somebody, wanted to borrow money, they'd be like, oh, no, you don't. You ain't borrowing money from me, because then you're going to wait till the 7th year and you ain't going to pay me back. And God said, give generously to the poor, not grudgingly, for the Lord your God will bless you in everything you do. In other words, God said, listen, I know that there's going to be some people that are going to rip you off. I know there's some people that aren't going to pay you back. Those of you that have lent money, I mean, am I the only one that's lent money to somebody, a family member, and gotten, it's the quickest way to get somebody to disappear. There's a joke that says, you want your mother-in-law not to talk to you, lend her some money. There's just a joke. But the point is, I know it happens. And so then we don't want to trust anybody again. But God says, give to the poor, lend freely, give freely, and not complaining and not grudging. And God says, I will bless everything you do. So what I'm kind of trying to tell you is, God says, if you give to the poor, when you're trying to launch that new business, He's going to bless you. You understand? When you're trying to pass that exam, He's going to bless you. It's what God is trying to tell you. Sounds like a good deal to me. And the more He blesses you, the greater the responsibility comes on you to help others. And sometimes He gives you a little bit just to see if He can trust you with a little more. And that screams what God is, a God who gives. Because for God so loved the world that He gave His Son so that we might have everlasting life. If you've never put your faith in Jesus Christ, what are you waiting for? If you ain't heard, we're getting near the end times and Jesus is coming back. So don't keep thinking, I'll wait till just before I'm about to die and then I'll give my life to God. Wait, what if you don't got the chance? Okay, you're playing a dangerous game with your eternity. Turn to God. Think differently. Live differently. Live for God. It's going to give you a life full of purpose, full of joy. It's going to make you unshakable. It's going to really give meaning to your life. And God says He will bless you. Thank you so much to everybody that takes these messages and shares them. It's the only way that these messages are going to get out. For some of you, that's the only evangelism that you're going to do, is just taking this message and posting it on your Facebook or shooting it out through WhatsApp. But at least that's something. Someone needs to hear this, and together we can get the word out. Thank you so much. God bless you, one and all.